Hey CJ, it's Robbie. So I'm gonna explain the four different quotes, I guess, or four sections. So the first one, if a verb is 100 times more frequent, it regularizes 10 times slower. So I thought of that as it's almost like when you say a word so many times that it doesn't sound like a word. I feel that when people use a certain verb as such, it gets harder to actually think of it as a word, if that makes sense. So I actually thought like the more often a verb is used, it's harder to actually like think of it as the verb, so to speak. That was my sort of like example was like when we say a word too much, it stops sounding like a word because it's used so often, but it still has the meaning. Um, Number two, the number of wars that are 10 times deadlier is 10 times smaller. So the the amount of um, the duration of a war did not matter except the fact that except the fact that more people died in wars that had a shorter duration of time. Number three, the casualties will increase not linearly like 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, but exponentially 10,000 later, 20,000 later, 40,000. I said that the number of people who died was not increasing in small amounts. Um, it wasn't increasing as in like, oh, like today a few more people died. It was increasing by a massive amount that it was just that it was enough that they couldn't just say exact amount. They just had to increase it by another 10,000. And the sciences and the humanities will come closer together to be able to answer deep questions about mankind. I thought of that as when people start using science more often, that it can unlock many different things about the world, and especially with the math, because the math came into place with the amount of casualties and like the war and the amount of words used. So I feel that math and science usually are hand in hand, but if we actually are more detailed with it, and think about it a lot more, we can understand like more things about history in such way.